And we've got our loftwing back. I can't imagine how Groose and his gang were able to wrap this guy up and close him off in that cave, but... he may be a jerk for doing that, but it takes some serious skill. I mean, you're not going to catch that thing sleeping. It's pretty strong. And like they mentioned when they were at the goddess statue, these things are connected like brothers. I heard a sound, but not a voice. Are you okay? It's the same thing you were singing about this morning, wasn't it? Something about connecting the ground and the sky. You have to remember, this is hundreds, if not thousands of years after the legend that we saw at the very beginning. No one on this island, except for maybe folklore that's been passed down through many generations, have seen anything besides clouds their entire life. They know nothing about anything else. So as funny as it is to see this, and think because we live on the ground ourselves, it's pretty silly to think about. This is all these people have ever known. Alright, we have a wing ceremony to get to, don't we? Might be as good a time as any to actually learn how to fly with the bird before the most important flying test of our lives. So let's not waste any time. So off we go with our bird. It's pretty simple to operate. You flap the Wii Remote like you flap wings, and that's how you gain height. The easiest way to go faster is to tilt down far enough that you start to hear the wind rushing by your bird. That's the fastest way for you to go, and you can also change direction by tilting the remote left and right. It's fun to play around with, but honestly, it's a lot of effort for something that really doesn't need all that much precision to do. Like, I feel like with this and a lot of other elements of the game, they could have just as easily done it without the motion controls. I mean, they work, and they're good, but they don't feel necessary to me. But you can press the A button, similar to riding Epona in previous games, to go faster. And once you're familiar enough with the controls, then Zelda should give us the go-ahead to join them for the wing ceremony. He really has been through a lot. I'm surprised he can fly as well as he did. I sure hope he's able to keep that up for the actual ceremony.
Well, well, if it isn't Giant! Word around the plaza is you found that dumb bird of yours.
Well, that's just great, because you and your dumb bird can't tell time. All the pre-race warm-ups me and the guys did were for nothing. Now I'm all stiff. We've been waiting forever for the race to start, and they delay it for you? I don't get it. The big flake gets special treatment? You're almost a man, and you still can't seem to go anywhere without Zelda.
I bet you can't even decide what to have for lunch on your own, huh? And don't you think we haven't noticed smug looks? Oh, Zelda and I are best friends. We go everywhere together. Ugh. You think you're pretty suave, don't you? Well, don't you?
Bruce has been going on forever about how he's going to be the one with Zelda. He's really got this pompadour and a ruffle about it.
I hate to break it to you, but today's gonna be the day I bust up this adorable little fantasy land you're living in. Zelda's playing the role of the goddess at today's ceremony, and I'm gonna be the one to claim that sailcloth. When I heard she made it herself, man, no way was I gonna let some scrawny clown snatch that prize from me. Oh yes, that sailcloth, Zelda's sailcloth, will be mine. Oh man, I bet she was thinking about me when she was stitching it. Yup, I can see it now. First I win the big race, and then Zelda and I finish the ceremony together on the statue, just the two of us. It'll be our special moment alone. Nobody is stopping me and Zelda from having our moment. Oh, it's so real I can see it.
You're scaring me there, buddy.
What? Can't you see I'm in the middle of...
Care to explain just what you meant by our special moment alone?
Nothing big really, just... Giant! Yeah, I was just telling my buddy here how glad I was he found that red bird of his. Boy, I'm sure looking forward to a fair race! Anyhow, later Zelda, look for me during that race. I'll be the one pulling off all the dangerous moves.
Did you hear that, guy? A fair race? Yeah, the chances of that happening are just about less than 0. Either way, I don't let those fools get you down, Giant. Just get out there and fly the best you can. I know you've got those guys beat, and deep down, I think you do too. That's the spirit, Giant. Trust me. You can win this.
Hey! The wing ceremony will now begin. Participating students, please assemble.
Looks like it's race time. Good luck, Giant.
Hey!
Your attention, please. At last we are ready to begin the wing ceremony. I was beginning to worry that we'd have to proceed without Giant, but luckily that is no longer a concern. I'm glad that you could all make it. Before we start, I'll explain the rules for today's competition. I have attached a small statue to this bird, who I will then release to the skies. On my signal, dash off the ledge. Once you are in the air, mount your loftwing. Remember to call your bird promptly once you dive off the edge. Whoever catches the bird and claims the statuette will be this year's champion. Those are the rules. Simple enough, I should think. Let's not hear them again, Kaporgabora, who happens to be standing next to you. Excellent. As you are well aware, today's champion will graduate to the next class, bringing him one step closer to knighthood. He will also receive a gift from the woman chosen to play the role of the goddess in this year's ritual. Today is a special day for many reasons. It is also the 25th anniversary of our fine franchise. To celebrate this occasion, today's champion shall also receive his gift atop the statue of the goddess. I hear the young woman performing the role of the goddess this year has crafted a special gift herself. And as you all well know, the role of the goddess this year will be performed by the lovely Zelda. Let's see your finest flying out there. Show me just how hard you've been practicing. Also, I want to see a good, clean flying. Anyone caught interfering with the other riders will answer to me. That goes double for you, Groose!
Hey!
Alright, gentlemen, line up. And at my command, the competition will begin.
Hey!
Go!
So if you've ever seen or read the Harry Potter series, this is essentially Catching the Snitch. So there's not much to it. I found usually the fastest way to go about this is to try to get some height so you can zoom down by nosediving. And then see if you can cut it off as it's turning. The bird will only stay within a certain, I want to say, radius, so it should be fairly easy to stay in place and catch it when it's making a turn like it is here. So just see if you can hit it off a bit, and no problem. I don't know if it's possible to lose this competition, but I've never been incompetent enough to try. I think you can see just from the first hour or so of gameplay, the kind of relationship that Link and Zelda have is really unlike that of any of the other games. Like, she was just this mysterious princess girl that nobody knew about that you could never talk to. And here you can really feel the genuine bond between them, like, because they were raised together. As children, they've fallen in love with each other very clearly. You don't really get to see this in any of the other Zelda games. Although the beginning of the game can drag on if you're looking for immediate excitement, I think this adds a lot more to it. Great Goddess, guiding light and protector of our people, grant us your blessing and mercy as I act in your stead during this ceremony. Valiant youth who has grasped victory at celebration of the bird folk, in accordance with the old ways, I now bestow the blessings of the Goddess upon you. The blessings of the Goddess drift down from the heavens aloft a sail, which I now pass on to you. Oh boy, it's an oversized handkerchief, hooray. I don't see how a handkerchief does that. It smells nice too. Giant, quit goofing. This is supposed to be a sacred ritual, remember? You know, they say that the goddess gave the sailcloth to her own chosen hero long ago. Of course, the one you're holding isn't the same one. I've been working so hard to finish making the sailcloth in time to give it to today's champion. I'm really glad I got to give it to you, Giant. Make sure you take good care of it, okay? I will. Thanks for making it up here to do the ceremony with me today like you promised, Giant. Now we really should finish up this ritual. You do know what happens at the end, right? And just what are you thinking? Don't be silly, this is your big moment, Giant. You have to jump off the statue! Oh no, that's the opposite direction I wanted to go! Look down, see that big round design on the courtyard below? To finish the ceremony, you need to drop down right at the center of it. Leap off the edge here right before you hit the ground, open the sailcloth. Just how brave are you? If you were really fearless, you wait until the last second to use your sailcloth. So ready to jump? And although it would have been nice for them to tell you how you fall depends on where you point the remote. Generally, the flatter you hold the remote, the more steady your descent will be. That was perfect! You're amazing, Giant! You can fail that jump, by the way. They just make you redo it until you succeed. It's a bit irritating the first time because you don't know how to control your descent, but it's not too difficult. You know, Giant, seeing as how you won today, and with the weather being so nice, is it ever not nice? We're above the clouds, you know. You think maybe you'd like to, you know, go fly around the clouds together? Giant! Hey, Giant! Today was amazing! Watching you win the race and performing the ritual together. I'll always remember this. It really was wonderful. You know, Giant, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about.